Well, hello students of Room 8 MS Office. Going to go ahead and make this recording for those of you that were absent, and we completed this on Wednesday. And so what you'll want to do is to get this workbook is to go on over to Student Drive B and go into the banking folder and then look for Simple Interest 2017, and then your name will be after the file. So look for the one that has your name. Open that up and save it to your Dropbox. And so what we've done here is we have a set of instructions and some vocabulary. So as you read through the little story here, and if you see some terminology, words that you're not familiar with, put some definitions over here so you can spend some time going through those. So let's take a look and see what we're dealing with here. Paige Watson works in the payroll department at, that should be the word at right there, at Lithia of Klamath Falls, a local car dealership. So each week she calculates a monthly pay for 8 salespeople. So Paige works in the accounting department. She's in charge of payroll, which is calculating how much money each of the employees receive. And so what we're looking at here today is how much the salespeople receive. We're talking about people who sell cars. So each employee receives a base salary, a fixed amount of $1,000 per month. They also receive a commission. So this is where we have are extending our study of percentages, because when people are paid a commission, it's based upon a percentage. And it's based upon a percentage of either like total sales or maybe the amount of profit that the business earns by selling, in this example, a car. So, and you can read a little bit more about commissions here and salary and those particular words. Essentially, a salary is not hourly pay. It's a fixed amount. And just to give you an example, like in a real estate business, when a realtor sells property, they receive a commission. And usually, I believe in real estate, it's somewhere around 6 to 8%. And so, if a realtor sells a piece of property for $100,000 and they are receiving a 6% commission, they would receive $6,000 for selling that property. So we're going to go through here and take a look, and we've got all of our salespeople here, everybody from our particular period 3 or period 4 class. And then we're going to go through and follow these instructions to format the worksheet and then do some calculations to determine the earnings that each employee is going to make for a particular month. So let's go through and just follow the steps, and I'll do them with you here. And then if at any time you need to pause the video or rewind, you can do that, or ask me questions during class. Make columns A through E a width of 20 and place a border under the cells. So step number 1, in order to widen these columns to a value of 20, is to select the 5 different columns that we need to adjust. And you can do this anywhere. You can do it here, anywhere. Any of these rows will work. But I'm going to do it here because these are also the ones that we're going to want to put that border underneath. So select, come on over to Format, Column Width, and then change this 8.43 to 20. Click OK. So now we have some more space there to get some work done. And then the second part of that is to put a border underneath it. And because it's already selected, I can go ahead and just come up to the border tool, and there's that bottom border. Select that, and so now you should look like this. Step 2. Center the headings within each cell, and I'm reading right here. Center the headings within each cell. So here are our headings. Come on up to the alignment box. Choose Center Alignment. Next up, 3, the commission rate. This right here is 2.5% or 2.5%. You will recall from our previous lesson about percentages is that we want to convert this to a decimal value before we enter it into the cell. Because if we come in here and just put 2.5, that is not 2.5%. That value is 2.5. That's a lot more than 2.5%. So what we need to do is to make sure that we take that decimal point and move it 2 places to the left. So then our value would be 0.025. That value is equivalent to 2.5%. And then we can go ahead and use our copy handle and fill that all the way down. Now, because it is a commission rate, we do want to show it as a percentage. So now that we have the value as a decimal, we can come up to our percent tool and format that as a percent style. Now, we did put in 2.5% and it rounded it up because we do not have any decimal places. We need to have at least one decimal place to reveal our 2.5%. So that's right there to increase decimal. So that was step 3. Step 4, base salary is $1,000. Salary is a fixed amount that an employee would receive over a specific period of time. In this case, the $1,000 is for 1 month. So salary is not hourly, it's just a fixed amount. So let's go ahead and put that 1,000 in, click my check mark, and then we can copy that $1,000 to all of those employees. Now we can also go in and format that as dollars because that's what it is. So let's come on up here to our number format and we'll click that. We don't need these decimal places because we're not dealing with any cents here. So we can decrease by 2. And that cleans up the worksheet. It's not quite so busy. And then we'll do the same thing here with the sales amount. That's also shown in dollars. And reduce those decimal places. So now we can come in and calculate the gross earnings. These salespeople are going to earn 2.5% of $80,000 and then add to that $1,000 to come up with the total amount or gross earnings that they will earn for a month, for this particular month here. So we're going to have to use parentheses because this calculation here, taking 2.5% of a number, which is multiplication, so we're going to calculate a product here. So we need to make sure that we calculate this product before we add the $1,000. So we have to use parentheses to control the order of operations. So let's go ahead and get an equal sign, do that left paren, and click on the sales amount, times, and we use the star located above the 9 on the 10 keypad. Click on our commission rate value, enclose that with the right paren. I say paren, I don't know if that's right or not, but it sounds okay. So anyway, we're using parentheses to enclose the calculation, and then we can add to it the $1,000. So you'll want to do that calculation for all of these. And I don't want you to use any shortcuts. I want you to actually practice. I'll do it one more time. You're going to type the equal sign, our paren. You've got to enclose that calculation with parentheses, so we're going to do the left side. Sales amount times the commission rate. Enclose that with parentheses and add to it the $1,000. Enter. And do it again. So go ahead and finish those. And then the last 2 steps, 3 steps are to come in here and format that to the right side. And then calculate a total for sales amount and gross earnings. Those are the 2 that we will calculate a total for. And then show that to me. We'll check it. And that will conclude percent assignment number 2.